Okay, so yeah, if we go to the send now option in Thanks, and we'll land on the gift card option here, you'll choose your image as usual with all the other sending types for kind of the front panel of the gift card. And Justin, the gift cards send using our regular note cards, right? It's kind of the same.
Correct. Yeah, there's no difference structurally between the gift cards and the note cards. They're the same thing, except that the gift cards only give you access to one panel worth of handwritten text. The top panel is allocated just for our specific gift card kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you can see it here, guys, up at the top right. You kind of get this preview with the Amazon. And then usually with the regular note cards, this would be white as well, and you could fill text on both panels. But you only get the bottom panel gift cards. It's plenty, though. I mean, that's plenty of space, the bottom panel.
Right. Yeah, you can fit 500, 600 characters easy in the bottom character.
Yeah, and mostly when I've sent gift cards, I don't even end up using both panels because you just don't have that much to say in most cases. So we've got the normal kind of message panel here. So, test message, I'll just type your text in. For those of you guys who aren't familiar, this is the magic of Thanks. You're going to see it render over on the right side. You're going to get our font. I've got black chosen under my settings, so that's my default ink color is black. You could choose blue, red, purple. I could choose an existing message template. So I'll do the one that I did in my example the other day. If you have one pre-built, kind of see the whole thing loads up there. I can change the handwriting font if I want. So, and then the magic happens right here under the gift card section. So Justin put a ton of work into this part, right? You want to talk about this?
Why don't you go to the one on the message templates? We can show them all the advanced features.
Yeah. Okay. So from the quick send, you're going to be able to just kind of choose your template. Justin, I had a question for you. Will this template has the advanced features built in?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. It saves it. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys will see what I mean here in just a second. So I'm going to go back to the dash. And the kind of the proper way to do most of your campaigns with Thanks, and we realize Thanks is kind of built for advanced marketers, right, Justin? Is that fair to say? It's
yeah, your audio is going a little in and out, Ryan. You got a better mic?
Yeah, let me see. How am I now?
You keep talking?
Yeah, am I good now?
Still a little quiet.
Okay, let me see.
If you got the turn it up to 11 button.
How about that?
A little better. Little overdriven, but we get the point.
I'll figure that out after.
Better. That's better. Yeah, so if you just click message up at the top, and this will add the new gift card message. So now there's another option for gift cards. You give it a name, you write your message, and then underneath here, underneath the message setting, you'll have access to all of our gift cards. So there's probably like 50 something different brands, all the big ones, even some weird little ones, everything from Uber to DoorDash to Amazon to Starbucks. It's we got the whole list here. Can you hear me, Ryan?
Yeah, I can. I'm going to switch my mic to the native. I can hear you fine. I'm going to switch my mic to the native computer one.
Yep. Okay.
Testing. Should be better. Sorry, Pam. Not sure what's up. Might be Zoom.
Yep. So back to the list here. You'll see the list of all the stuff. So as soon as you pick one, you can choose the amount. This gets attached to the gift card. The really cool thing about this is that on the business plan, so if you're a $49 business card user, you do not pay for the gift card at the point of printing this and sending it in the mail. You pay the same amount as you would get a regular note card. The account is not charged for the actual gift card until the person scans that QR code or goes to that URL. So just like you guys know, gift cards are not redeemed at 100%. You send 100 gift cards, maybe 70% actually get it and we'll do it. But if you did this the old school way, you'd have to go to CVS or Walmart and buy 100 cards and pay 100 times 100, not 100 times 70. So just by that alone, you are saving a ton of money because you pay when they do it, not when you buy it.
You get the benefit of making the gesture. So the person gets the card and you're like, oh, this is cool. Thank you. But if they don't
Yeah.
scan, you don't pay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And somebody asked if you can put a picture on the mailers. Yep. All the mailers at the front of it's completely configurable. So is the inside on all of our stuff. So you have full control over all our designs always.
Yeah. So the back panel of this card that you see,
yeah.
the image will go on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have
and the balance goes to whatever card they're using. So it goes from our gift card into whatever system they're doing, Cold Stone. So their credit will be immediately on an Amazon account or on a PayPal account or on the Nike account. They're not, we don't keep the credits in ours. So as soon as they redeem it, it goes into the ecosystem that they're buying the card for. But the real geeky stuff we want to get into is down at the bottom here.
Yeah.
So we are marketers. We've been doing this forever. And we said, how can we use direct mail combined with gift cards to really offer a salesperson or a business value back? Not just saying, thanks for being a client. Thanks for buying a product. Thanks for working with me. But
that works too.
It does work. It's great. But we wanted to give you the ability to get even more value instead of just hoping that the good gesture was enough. So you can actually gate the redemption of the gift card behind a YouTube video or behind a website. So that is, they have to physically watch the entire YouTube video before they get to a type form, or they have to go to a Calendly, or they just don't get the card. So you could legitimately build a sales demo demand funnel that you sent 1,000 people a gift card and said, sit on a Zoom demo with me and I'll give you $100 to make it worth your while. And they would need to be booked that calendar into your calendar to get the card, which is super cool. So any website that has the ability to put a redirect URL, Calendly can do it, Typeform can do it, any custom stuff can do it. You could send them to that website and then they could be brought back into here to get their card after they're done booking it or watching your video or filling out your form or whatever you could think of, whatever value you're looking to generate from a potential person. So this is even better for more like cold stuff. Say you bought a list of potential clients, or you use like Seamless or any of the other lead generating database systems. You dump a couple hundred or a couple thousand people out of that list and you're looking to create demand. This would be a great way to gate that gift card redemption behind the action you're looking somebody to take. So it's pretty cool. Nobody's done anything like this. This is the first place that's got anything remotely close to this. So I think combined with the fact that you don't pay for the gift cards up front, and now we're giving you the ability to have these gating options, it's pretty neat, and we're pretty excited.
Yeah. So I know I see some real estate agents on the call. Basically any business to do something like this, you could basically bribe the appointment. So, inventories, this is me I wouldn't use this script, but just off the top of my head, inventory is really low right now and the real estate market continues to be really hot. We're starving for properties to show our buyer clients. I'm summarizing. So if you're willing to talk to us about the value of your house and what a buyer might pay in today's market, we'll hook you up with a $50 Amazon gift card. Just click to schedule.
Yep.
A quick 30-minute Zoom chat, and you'll instantly be taken to your
and people I think they're still struggling with this concept. You do not pay for the gift card until they actually scan the QR code on the note card.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you do not pay unless they take the action you wanted. They have to watch your entire YouTube video, or they have to go to your calendar and book an event, and then you get charged.
See, I thought it was on the scan itself. Now I'm getting even more excited. So they have to finish the whole flow. Okay.
They have to finish the flow.
Okay. So what I would do is I would put my Calendly link in here.
Yes.
And then when I build my Calendly appointment, there's a spot in Calendly to do a redirect URL, and I would set.
Yeah, we have the how-to for Calendly right up there. It's linked there.
Okay.
So it shows you exactly where to add that URL in the redirect.
Yeah. I like the real estate example because it's the quintessential high ticket item.
Yeah.
You know, where bribing somebody with a gift, $50, $20, whatever, kind of makes sense. Like any of us would pay $50 to talk to a seller about maybe listing their house, you know, kind of.
Yep. Yeah. And that QR code is just a sample QR code. You don't see the real one until it's printed on the card.
Yeah, we're not hooking you all up with $50 gift cards if you're watching right now. Yeah. Actually, Justin, you need to Rickroll that QR code right there.
I should, right?
Yeah, that needs to go to a Rickroll.
It actually brings them to the sample page. So yeah, if you guys are trying it or screwing around with that, that's why.
Yeah. So again, you know, direct mail as a channel, we're all big fans of it. I think what we're doing that's a little different, if we could toot our own horns, is we've got lots of features like this that are kind of take it to a next level from a lead capture and a lead conversion standpoint. Right. So Justin, I don't know if we have any questions about this one. I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about the recent visitor view, which happened before the holidays that some people might have missed as well. And Rick's asking, can we show what it looks like in real time? Do you have an example URL?
Hold on, I'm trying to open this up here.
I could send one and then it would show me.
So it's hard to, I can't really share it on. So it sends it to a page that looks like that.
Wait 1 second. I'll take off my screen share. Let me take off the screen share so that your video is right there.
That's like the sample, like I scanned it. That's the sample thing on Amazon. And they would get the Amazon gift card code and then they click the link and it would add it right to their Amazon account.
Oh yeah, like if they have the app on their phone, or it'll just log into Amazon.
Well, I mean, they have to be logged into their Amazon account. Yeah.
And then the gating URL, we should try to scare one of those up. If I were to send this card to myself, would I be able to see the URL in the preview? I haven't tried that yet.
You wouldn't see the URL. So in the YouTube one, it literally just opens up YouTube full screen, no player, no nothing, and just plays your video with the sound on. It's just your video, the full screen opened.
Yeah.
So there's no way to fast forward it. There's no skipping. They have to watch the whole thing. At the end of the video, it automatically redirects to the gift card. So there's no like, hey, I skipped through it and cheated you. They have to watch the whole thing. There's no play button. There's no stop button. There's no fast forwarding. It just, the page opens, it starts playing.
Yeah, we'll try to get, Justin, I think we could get an example added like to this section. We just can't do it on the spot here, but we'll try to get something added. But it's, we'll just put like an example, a YouTube URL, and then I'll put like an example for like our thanks calendar or something, right here.
Yeah. And, if you guys are looking to do this in bulk, send something to yourself, send yourself $10, try it out, get the card, everybody gets $10 in free credits. It's not enough to send you a gift card, but you could load in another $10 and, send yourself one. So Now
the other cool thing here, as with everything else, all our send types of thanks, this can all be automated too. So if you have a CRM, a shopping cart system, you can hook that up to Zapier and say, hey, every time somebody buys something from my storefront, I want to send this gift card out. And if they go through my review process, I want to bribe them to leave me a review. If they leave me a review, then I'll hook them up with the gift card.
Yep.
So there's lots of possibilities here. It's going to be unique for every business. So Veronica, hey, Veronica.
There's no markup. That's what I keep trying to tell people this stuff, and it's like they don't get like, where are you making money? I'm like, oh, we're not. We don't pay each other. I just work for free. The card is literally the gift card's $179 on the business plan. That's it. So it's $179 plus the cost of the gift card. So if the face value is $50, it's $50 plus $179.
Yeah.
So there's no markup. It's
we're in business to send stuff in the mail. Like you're paying our normal no card fee.
yeah.
And the gift cards, full transparency, is just to get you to send more no cards.
Yeah, we're not
Right?
making any money on the gift card stuff. It's a complete pass through.
So Veronica, that's the question. I think we were just talking, weren't we? Or maybe that was another Veronica on the last webinar.
Yeah, you want to show them visitor view?
Yeah,
This is another one of those things. Like when people see it, they're like, "Oh, wow," But like to just talk about it, it doesn't really do it justice. Why don't you pull up that mailing list from our website?
So here's our
Yeah,
man, we've gotten a lot so far.
yeah.
Okay.
So we've only had this up for maybe a month, and we don't have a whole ton of traffic on our website. We've had our ads off the entire month of December.
Yeah.
But we've had 1,000 people the website has magically in the background just found. There was this was no website forms being submitted. They weren't asked for anything. All we did is put the little piece of JavaScript on our website, and all of this data just started dumping into the thanks mailing list. That's name, mailing list, email address, phone number, and the last website they were on.
Yeah, there was no forms.
Yeah, and from this we trigger automatic mail going to them saying, you interested in thanks? So it's really, really cool that you can do to generate leads off of your website traffic. Everybody knows, especially on mobile, and everybody's on mobile these days, it's really hard to get somebody to fill out a form. 70, 80, 90% of traffic's mobile, and mobile conversion rates are like 1%.
Yeah.
So if you're spending all this money to get people to your website, you're losing 98% of them.
So
Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, I was saying high bounce rate. So these are all people who were anonymous. They may not have taken any action. And you can see over to the right, a good percentage of them, looks like a little more than half.
Yeah.
We're actually pulling the email and the phone number as well.
Yep. Which is pretty nutty. And it's like good data. We use People Finder and Melissa data and another big database. We pay like a good amount of money to do that research on each lead and find the best data we can and use that. So like it's nutty. We spent a bunch of time trying to get this to function right. And it's by far the best data source for this anonymous data that you can find. And you can just zap them back into your CRM if you wanted to. So you just put this script on your website. So you need to be able to control your website. You need to be able to put a script on a website. If you can do that, you can run it. And then once we find the data, you can inject them back into whatever software you want using Zapier, or you could just export the CSV file and do whatever you want.
And the other big use with thanks is that you can attach a campaign action, so you can send them something in the mail. So that's the first reason we built it, but we got really excited. It was like, well, we might as well send the data out to whatever CRM you're using too.
Yeah. Why don't you show them the campaigns? Because we had somebody ask about the gift cards. The big part of thanks is our campaign. So it's our automation. So if somebody buys something from you, you want to trigger something just to happen, you can do that in the same way you would do that here. Somebody gets added to a list, you go up to campaigns, and you create a new campaign that triggers a send on a list. So you can say when somebody's injected to the list, the next day, do something. That is, we're doing here on this list, we're saying the day that they're added, the day after they're added to the list, we want to send this message with this image. And it's really simple. So it's using this image template with this message template on this mailing list. And as soon as somebody's injected into that mailing list, they get that mail piece. So you can completely build your entire funnel in thanks, and it can trigger on anything. So days after added, you could have day 1, day 10, day 100, day 1,000. It can go based on a certain time of year, a holiday, a birthday, which uses the date field, which you can also use for house anniversaries, what a lot of people do. So all you have to do is start adding people into the thanks mailing list. And from there, our cadence, our campaign system can decide how to handle that automation so that you don't have to bolt all that together through your own CRM or through Zapier. Just let our campaign start these triggers and handle all that.
Yeah, so basically in our scenario, these 1,000 people, we found them on the site. And then we're just sending them a postcard right away. It's like, hey, thanks for visiting, come on
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, somebody
we
was
haven't
asking
even-
about the mass appending. So yeah, on any list you upload, that you can find all your data. You can just hit append entire list and it'll find all the emails and phone numbers on your list. Again, there's a charge on that. It's 20 cents per record that's successfully found. And again, we're like almost all of that is our hard cost of doing these database lookups.
Yeah, we're paying.
Yeah, like 17
Various.
cents of that is going to
Yeah.
going to look all that stuff up. So yeah.
So you are paying, but yeah, especially if you have kind of stuff where you're dealing with homeowners, insurance, real estate, mortgage, and you're doing stuff related to their house. This is really useful, but it's just useful for everybody. I mean, if somebody visits your widget store and then they leave the site because they got distracted by the kids or Facebook or something, and then a week later there's this postcard with that product they were looking at.
Yeah.
It's powerful stuff.
It's the same way retargeting works. Somebody goes to your website, you build that ad on Facebook or Google, it shows your banner, come back and buy my toaster. We're doing the exact same thing, but with a physical mail piece. And honestly, it almost makes more sense by pay per impression because all that stuff's just been going through the roof. So the cost per actual action for digital stuff these days is almost more than the cost per print stuff. You figure a cost per click in almost any market's north of $2. Some are north of $3. Yeah. So for half of the price of one click, you're getting a physical mail piece in the mail, like our best one, our note cards, like that's in the mail and touchable with your message. They saw it. And especially with mobile traffic, like you can't touch that because you're paying, 3 cents or $3 times 30 or 40 people to have them take the action you actually want. So it's costing you a couple $100 per conversion. And, 20 years ago, print was laughed at because their numbers were that high. And now it's almost flip-flopped, which is really kind of funny.
Yeah, well, nobody's doing it. So how many things are you getting in your mailbox every day? A couple of credit card offers. Yeah. Which is funny because you see like Capital One, it's kind of proof enough for me. It's like, these guys send me the same piece of mail every week.
Yeah.
It must be working.
Oh, yeah.
They're spending millions and millions. So,
oh, yeah.
So this is just kind of a channel that your competitors aren't really on or they're not consistent with. And we've been working the last few years to just kind of make it easier to use postal mail, but also in a way that is kind of like tech forward. Like it's in line with how things work now.
We're tech nerds. I mean, we came from the real estate CRM world. We understand digital marketing. We understand CRMs. We understand what you guys need to do to get in front of people and get people to react. So, I mean, we did everything we possibly could to take print marketing and make it something as easy as, MailChimp or another digital mechanism. We had some realtors asking, is there any campaign suggestions? We purposely don't build any specific industry campaigns. We're more or less a system that lets you do it. That's why our pricing's so cheap. We're not like, those other systems that charge 3-4 times the price to mail stuff just because there's an easy button that did all your content. But if you go into Canva, there's a ton of pre-made stuff that you can use for real estate people. The best stuff we recommend is the simplest. House anniversary stuff, just a real simple thank you for being my realtor. If you're farming an area, a series of quarterly reports that maybe you send it as a letter. Josh
doesn't mind me showing. I love his ugly yellow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just works. It's just a message, black text over yellow.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and we work with any CRM that's in Zapier. So if you want to check if this works with your CRM, just go to Zapier and type in your CRM and see if it's there. If it's in Zapier, we can make it automate. And we have a whole team here that can do it for you. So if you're like, heck no, I'm never going to figure this out, just look in Zapier. If your CRM's there, we can do it for you. We just get on the business plan and, write us and set up an appointment with our tech guy, and we'll just set up whatever automation you need. Moving somebody from new to sold or whatever trigger you want. We can do it.
Well, that's the thing with the templates. When we launched, Justin, we had a bunch of templates for different industries. And what we found is that without fail, everybody wanted to change the template.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
so
we have a series of a couple templates, but everybody wanted their own logos and moving stuff. And so we're just like, the best thing you could do is just put an hour in, just draw it out. Like if I was this person and I was going to get stuff, what would work? You know, if it's a local neighborhood, you got to be really specific. Generic stuff does not work. The me stuff does not work. Just give them reports on their neighborhood. Show them new homes that sold. That's the biggest thing what people want to see. If you're farming a neighborhood, send them the list. Send them a monthly list of the homes that sold and their values.
and buy them coffee if they'll talk to you.
Yeah. And give them a bribe to, jump on a Zoom meeting with you. So it's the simplest things that work. And agents always struggle with messaging and making their cards look really commercial and spammy. Make it look stupid simple and give a very simple call to action and bribe them to do it. And as long as you do that, you'll have north of a 3, 4, 5% response rate. But if it looks like a Roto-Rooter ad, you're going to have a 0.5% response rate.
Yeah.
So it's tough because agents, are kind of told like, hey, I got to make everything look like a Roto-Rooter ad, but they shouldn't.
Yeah. So functional with the bribe idea, we're just wrapping our heads around this ourselves. But as I've thought about it, it's about, offering something cool that they'd be interested in. So, buy them lunch at Chipotle or something, but the actual appointment needs to have value too. So,
yeah,
if you'll hop on a call with me to talk about what a buyer might pay for your house right now, to get my professional opinion, no strings attached. Just if you'll get on a call with me, you don't have to sell your house, knock down all the objections, just have the conversation with me. I'll hook you up with $50, or whatever number makes sense for you. But the actual event needs to have some value too, I think.
It talks exactly like that. The handwritten message needs to have that handwritten feel with the actual content of the words.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Justin. I'm a local realtor in the, Mountain View Estates. If you give me 30 minutes to jump on a Zoom call with me, I'd really love to talk to you about how we can get your home sold, or at least understand what the values in that house. And, book into my calendar. And as soon as you do, I'll give you a month's worth of Starbucks coffee for free for your 30 minutes.
Yeah. For homeowners, Lowe's might make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll give you a Lowe's gift card. We have Lowe's, don't we?
We have Home Depot.
Home Depot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll hook you up with a Home Depot gift card. So homeowners, I think a conversation about investing, I'm a big fan of that one. Like if you've thought about buying an investment property, I'd love to talk to you about the process. And, knowing that a lot of those people are going to already own a home, it could lead to listings, but if you'll have the conversation, I'll hook you up with a $20 Lowe's Home Depot gift card.
Yeah. Yeah. We can't trigger it on them showing up. We only know that they booked. So
yeah.
That's
but if they book it, Justin, we're sending you an email letting you know, right? Like, you know who did it. Oh yeah.
That the person filled out their form on Calendly, their name, their email, their phone number.
So you can go on Facebook and be like, hey, this guy stole a gift card from me. You never showed up for the appointment. You could badmouth him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. But you could, who it is. You could follow up with more stuff in the mail to them, Hey, I hope the coffee was good, stuff like that.
Right. But yeah, we're excited and we love you guys' feedback. So anybody that's using this or needs help doing this, our automation team's here. If you're looking to automate the sending of gift cards, even with the gating, we can set that up. We can hook that up in your CRM or whatever you're looking to do.
Yeah, let's talk about that, Justin, because we're getting questions. So we don't have the templates pre-built ready to go, but the way we've approached this is we've said, hey, if you sign up for our business plan, it's $49 a month. You actually get the first month free, more or less, because we give you $49 worth of credits. Yep. So, and then if you do that, then you kind of unlock our concierge services. So Shane, Justin, maybe me, somebody on our team will sit down with you and help you get the campaign done. It's in our best interest. We want to make sure you can get stuff out the door, and we understand there's a lot of steps. So we will help you. Justin, is it fair to say we won't become your personal direct mail assistant forever?
No, yeah. I mean, we're not a graphic design company. We're not going to design 30 different touches. We'll design one or two.
We'll get that first campaign out the door.
Yeah, we'll help you do it. We'll show you how to do it. We'll design the cards. We'll hook it up to your CRM. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we're getting-
we're not going to design 50 touches for $49.
Right. But the question about KB Core, yes, this team
Yeah.
knows KB Core well, and we'll hook it up we'll connect it up for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And very soon our new website's going to have point and click stuff for your friends and family. If you want to just send single cards, all that stuff will be out within a week or two. Birthday cards,
Should I
graduation.
show that? I think I have a link. Can I show the demo of that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta go up through our chat here in Slack and find it from earlier today. Here it is. So yeah, basically what Justin's saying is if somebody who is not a business unit wants to come and just send a gift card, you'll be able to do that. And we haven't figured out the details yet, but we do have an affiliate program, right, Justin? So you guys will be able to, we'll figure out how you can send traffic to this and benefit. But it'll be front end. You don't pick the card type and the amount and send.
Yep. But before we jump off, Brian, show them how they get access on if they're a business user to our concierge stuff.
I don't even know. So you go inside
Yeah.
and
Yeah, right on the dashboard, the new stuff, right at the top here. All right, because log into a different account, but that doesn't have a ton of sense.
it needs to be a business account.
Yeah.
I was going to.
So at the
Oh.
top of the page, you'll see these three options. So from here, you can book an automation, a done for you design, or a visitor to view implementation. These will all book into the corresponding person's calendars, and they'll be able to set up automation with your CRM, done for you design and graphic stuff, or the visitor view widget, embedding it on your website and helping you do all the zapping back to your CRM or whatever you want. Somebody asked a question about QR codes. Yeah, they're super simple. You just, on any message template, you just type in a URL. All the QR code is the visual representation of a URL or any letters or characters technically. And it just adds it to the card, be it the no card, the letter, or the gift card or no card.
So it'll
So
come, you see it up at the top right.
Yep. Super easy to add gift card or to add QR codes to any of our mail pieces. And they have zap triggers as well. So if you want to know if somebody scanned one, you can zap that back to whatever software, or an email, or into a spreadsheet, or any of that stuff.
And you're gonna get an email letting you know they scanned too.
Yep. Yeah, you get an email. So all those triggers you're notified. Cool. Well, I think that's about it for us today, Ryan. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. We're going to try to do these every Tuesday at the same time. It won't always be a straight up demo like this. We were just kind of wanted to show off our new features. Some weeks we'll just go into some tactics or, direct mail marketing strategy. If there's anything you guys want to see us talk about, just shoot us an email, support@banks.io. Be like, hey, I'd like to see a webinar on this or that. And, Zoom, now that you guys are registered for this Zoom, we'll probably remind you every week. You can hop on and we'll do our best to get you to replays if you ever miss a session.
Cool.
That's about it.
Well, thanks, guys. And we'll see you next week.
All right. See you later.
Yep. Bye.